নেশ্যনৱাইড কেম্পেইনত জেইছ মহম্মদৰ লগত জড়িত বহুবিলাক উগ্ৰপন্থীক গ্ৰেপ্তাৰ কৰিছে। তাৰে 7জন অসমৰ গোৱালপাৰা জিলাৰ পৰাও আছে। ই আকৌ এবাৰ প্ৰমাণ কৰিছে যে অসমত মৌলবাদীৰ পৰা যিটো প্ৰত্যাহ্বান সি ৰিয়েল আৰু সি প্ৰকৃত। বহুত সময়ত এইবোৰ কথা ক'লে এছাম মানুহে আমাক তুলুঙা কৰে, কিন্তু বাৰে বাৰে প্ৰমাণ হৈ আহিছে যে আমি যি কথা কৈ আছোঁ সেইটোৱে সঁচা। আজি যেতিয়াই NIA নেশ্যনৱাইড ৰেইড কৰে, অসমৰ এজন নহয় এজন থাকিবই। অসমত যে মৌলবাদী শক্তি সোমাই আছে আৰু তাৰ পৰা যে আমি সাৱধান থকাৰ প্ৰয়োজনীয়তা আছে। সিদিনাখন সোণাপুৰত এভিকশ্যন হওঁতে যিবিলাক শ্লোগান ব্যৱহাৰ কৰা হৈছিল, সেইবিলাকে কি প্ৰমাণ কৰে যে ক'বাত নহয় ক'বাত মৌলবাদীৰ ট্ৰেইনিং বা এটা এক্সট্ৰিম ইছলামিক ফাণ্ডামেণ্টেলিজিম মানসিকতা এটা ক'বাত অসমত নিৰ্মাণ কৰি থকা হৈছে। কচুতলিৰ ঘটনা আৰু যোৱাকালিৰ এৰেষ্ট, এইবিলাকে এইটোৱে প্ৰমাণ কৰিছে যে অসমত অহা 10-15 বছৰ পিছত আমাৰ খিলঞ্জীয়া মানুহসমূহে গভীৰ অনিশ্চয়তাত বাস কৰিব লাগিব আৰু আমাৰ কাৰণে জীৱন ধাৰণ কৰাটো ইয়াত বহুত মুস্কিল হ'ব।
And noteworthy is that from Maharashtra, 2 persons have been detained in Jalore, one from Sambhajinagar and one from Malegaon. All 4 are stated to be connected to the Jaish-e-Mohammed outfit. Then in Jammu and Kashmir, the NIA conducted raids in Baramulla. My colleague Arindam Das joins us live from Guwahati at this point in time. So Arindam, it is a massive operation that was carried out by the NIA. Nationwide raids were conducted in multiple states, including here in Assam. Of course, tell us more about the raids that were carried out in Gwalpara today that led to the subsequent arrest of the persons.
That's right, Ronak. This was a nationwide raid that's being conducted by NIA and it's still continuing. It's being conducted in 22 locations in 5 states of India. That's Jammu and Kashmir, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Assam and Delhi. And in Assam specifically, the operation was launched at Krishna area in Gwalpara district of Assam late last night, and this led to the arrest of 7 Jaish-e-Mohammed operatives in Gwalpara district. So right now they are under NIA custody and NIA is interrogating them and trying to know as to what are their plans, because what we have come to know preliminary is that they might be involved in recruiting for the Jaish-e-Mohammed, collecting funds for Jaish-e-Mohammed, and in fact planning terror attacks. So these are the 3 things that they might be focusing, and that's on the radar of the NIA. So right now they are being interrogated by the NIA and more details are awaited in this connection. But yes, as Assam Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma has said that this arrest has once again reflected how the fundamentalist elements are active in the state of Assam. Time and again, this is not the first time that any Jaish-e-Mohammed or any jihadi element has been arrested in the state of Assam. Earlier also we have seen many such arrests made by the NIA as well as Assam police. So right now 7 Jaish-e-Mohammed operatives were arrested by NIA from Gwalpara district, and this was carried out, the raid was carried out late last night in Krishna area of Gwalpara district, which led to the arrest, and it is supposed to be a hideout of the Jaish-e-Mohammed in Krishna area of Gwalpara district, from where they were picked up and then arrested, and right now they are being interrogated. So after some time we will get to know in detail about what the interrogation has led to, what are their greater plans, because preliminary we have come to know that they are into recruiting, collecting fund and also planning attacks in the entire country. Ronak.
Right. Also, Arindam, the statement by the Assam Chief Minister today, he said that he had earlier also said that there are certain elements, terror elements that are trying to operate from the state, and the action that comes from the NIA today, clearly goes to show that, the Assam government is taking is taking this crackdown on terrorism very, very seriously, Arindam.
That's right. What Assam Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma has said is that the arrest of these 7 Jaish-e-Mohammed operatives from Assam has once again brought to light how the fundamentalist elements are active in the state of Assam and how they are trying to create disturbance or plan attacks, in fact recruiting and also collecting funds. So this has once again reflected that, and as I have mentioned earlier also, that this is not the first time that such an operation was carried out by NIA. Earlier also we have seen many such operations carried out by NIA, which led to the arrest of Jaish-e-Mohammed operatives as well as other terrorist and jihadi elements. So Assam police had also conducted several operations in the past which led to many arrests of these jihadi elements. So this has reflected how the fundamentalist elements are trying to create disturbance using the soil of Assam, and probably if not Assam, they were trying to take Assam as a launch pad to carry out terror attacks in other parts of the country, and it was in a very nascent state when the NIA had conducted this raid, and it had led to the arrest of these 7 Jaish-e-Mohammed operatives. So right now interrogation is underway at an undisclosed location by NIA, and we are waiting for more details from the NIA as to what the interrogations have led to, because it would be something very explosive, because preliminary what we have come to know that these 7 Jaish-e-Mohammed operatives who were arrested by NIA and right now being interrogated by NIA, they are into recruiting, collecting funds for Jaish-e-Mohammed and also planning terror attacks. So maybe in the coming days a big revelation might come from the NIA after the interrogation is complete and when NIA files charge sheet about this arrested 7 Jaish-e-Mohammed operatives. Ronak.
Right, so but possibly major terror plans by the terror organizations have been foiled due to this mega raid that was multi-state raid that was carried out by the NIA today, including right here in Assam. Thank you very much, Arindam Das, for all those details. All right, on to another big story now. Even as the proposed 12,500 megawatt Upper Siang multipurpose project is embroiled in controversy, the Siang Indigenous Farmers Forum, which is protesting the coming up of the mega dam, intensified its protest in the frontier state. Braving inclement weather, around 8,000 villagers led by the SIFF took out a massive anti-dam protest rally today at Geku in Upper Siang district of Arunachal Pradesh. Carrying banners and placards, the protesters chanted slogans against the proposed dam on the Siang River. It may be mentioned here that the mega dam is to be implemented by the NHPC, for which pre-feasibility report is also yet to be carried out. On one hand, the Arunachal Pradesh government is trying hard to implement the project, and on the other hand, the SIFF and various other anti-dam forums are protesting against the coming up of the mega dam, stating that it will submerge many villages as well as create a lot of environmental issues in the downstream areas. My colleague Ripunjoy Das joins us live at this point in time for more updates. Ripunjoy, so, despite the best efforts by the Arunachal government, they still don't seem to be able to, turn the tide in their favor as far as the opposition to the mega dam project is concerned. And that is clear to see from the visuals on our screens. And also, at the same time, due to this continued opposition, even the pre-feasibility report is also yet to be carried out, Ripunjoy. So, what is the way forward here, Ripunjoy?
See, Ronak, the way forward here is only negotiations. Negotiations, I mean to say, there should be direct talks. More and more of dialogues is the need of the hour to break the ice. But unfortunately, things are not happening in this direction. At least we are not seeing any visible signs of things happening in this direction. On the one hand, Ronak, the government is very much firm. There has been delegation who had come in from the center. They have had discussions with the government of Arunachal Pradesh, during which the Chief Minister and Deputy Chief Minister Chaunamin, who is also the minister, has the responsibility of hydropower, they have clearly mentioned, the center is clear in its thought that these projects should move and should move faster. This is what the government of Arunachal Pradesh also want to see it on ground, but unfortunately there has been stiff opposition from the villagers, particularly the forum headed by the Siang Indigenous Farmers Forum. And also there is quite a bit of anxiety or curiosity, whatever you say, on the ground, that there will be that several villages which will be directly impacted due to the coming up of this Siang Upper Multipurpose Dam, mega dam, of which is said to be of 12,500 megawatt to generate hydropower. In fact, will submerge several villages, including in the Siang and Upper Siang districts. So that has become a big concern for the people there, and they have stiff opposition to any kind of even pre-feasibility surveys to be carried out by the NHPC and the state government. Ronak?
Right. And Ripunjoy, you mentioned negotiations as the way forward. So, if I'm not mistaken, the Arunachal government has also held negotiations and talks with the SIFF in the past as well regarding this, and they tried to come to an agreement, but that does not seem to have happened. So what exactly seems to be the issue that, is causing this stalemate, because of which, the two parties cannot come to a mutual agreement, Ripunjoy?
See, Ronak, the Siang Indigenous Farmers Forum is, they believe that the villages which will come under the impact of this due to the construction of this mega dam, which is of huge size, 12,500 megawatt, this will affect the villages in various forms, and this will submerge them totally, apart from disturbing the total flora and fauna, aquatic life in that region, because they, the villagers, their opinion is that they call the Siang River their mother, Ane. So that is the main stumbling block which has hit, that they do not want to any kind of doing any kind of chhed-chhad with their mother Siang. This is what their opinion is, because they have their own view, they have their own logic, and they have their own experience also. This is what they are saying, the SIFF leaders and also the farmers there, that due to the construction of such a big dam, the entire area will be destroyed. On the other hand, as I said, the government, at least they have been requesting the villagers that at least they should allow the pre-feasibility surveys to be carried out, scientific surveys to be carried out in that region, so that it can be finalized scientifically that whether this mega dam of such a magnitude is feasible or not. And that is why, Ronak, there has been several meetings at the government level. Also, there has been some meeting to break the ice by several organizations like the Students' Union there. Recently, there was a meeting during which all the parties were asked to air their views, that the Minister of Transport of Arunachal Pradesh, Ojing Tasing, who is a local MLA there in Boleng, he was also present. NHPC officials were also present, and SIFF leaders were also present. But that meeting failed to break the ice. Now you can see that these protests have intensified. And if you can notice from the protesters' slogans, you can see that they are holding people responsible individually also. Some ministers, some, even the chief minister is being held responsible. He is being alleged that Pema Khandu is going back on his words. Before the election, Pema Khandu has said that there will be no PFR, that if the villagers do not want. Now they are alleging that the government is putting pressure upon them to carry out PFR, and even they went to the extent of alleging that NHPC is conducting PFR in the night hours, and that too very secretly. So these are their allegations, And now it is to be seen that what kind of a step the government initiates to break the ice and break the deadlock so that these projects can move ahead.
Absolutely. So the stalemate continues over the mega dam project. What will be the Arunachal government's next move? Well, only time will tell. For now, Ripunjoy Das, thank you very much for all those details.
প্ৰকাশ পালে অক্টোবৰ মাহৰ আইনা জীৱনৰ অতি শীঘ্ৰেই আপোনাৰ কপিটো সংগ্ৰহ কৰক।
নিষ্টেলৰ হৈতে নে খেলা খেল
নহলে হ'ব স্বাস্থ্য ফেল
স্বাস্থ্যৰ হৈতে হেতালি নেখেলিব পতঞ্জলি ফিজিক্যালি ৰিফাইন্ড ৰাইচ ব্ৰান তথা সয়াবিন তেল আনক আৰু সুস্বাস্থ্য পাওক।
On to another big story now. Well, there seems to be no let-up in the weather conditions in the entire northeast region as the region is experiencing incessant rainfall since the past 2 to 3 days. Conditions have worsened in Meghalaya's Garo Hills region with 7 more casualties being reported due to landslides. This has taken the death toll due to landslides and inclement weather in Garo Hills to 10. At least 7 people lost their lives due to a devastating landslide in South Garo Hills this morning. The tragic incident took place at the Atisia Songmong village under Gosupara police station. The incident comes less than 24 hours after 3 persons lost their lives due to landslides in West Garo Hills district. Meanwhile, Chief Minister Conrad Sangma is closely monitoring the situation and has informed that the SDRF has been activated already to tide with the crisis. Chief Minister Conrad Sangma reviewed the ongoing flood situation in Garo Hills, which has affected all the 5 districts, particularly South Garo Hills and West Garo Hills. The incessant rains since Friday midnight has led to flood in Dalu area of West Garo Hills and Plain Belt areas. Gosupara in South Garo Hills is also badly affected, where a bridge has been washed away. Chief Minister Sangma has directed the administration to release the ex gratia to the next of the kin of 3 civilians who lost their lives in Dalu. Besides, Conrad Sangma has also directed the administration to seek for any assistance from the government and ensure that the relief is carried out in the affected areas. Road communication from Dalu to Bagmara and other places have been disrupted due to multiple landslides. Chief Minister Sangma has directed the administration to identify alternate routes to restore road communication in Dalu-Bagmara area. The Meghalaya Chief Minister has also directed that the wooden bridges that have been washed away and damaged should be rebuilt. And in this regard, he has recommended Bailey Bridge technology to be used for the construction.
사진적 아직 언니 와큰 군데. 랭켓 디시는 거야? ses.
And meanwhile, 5 families in Nongspong B village under the Umling CNRD block in Meghalaya's Riboy district have also been severely affected by unchecked earth cutting, which has led to the flow of sand and mud into their homes, damaging both their residents as well as plantations. The situation stems from rampant earth cutting carried out last year by an individual named Donald Srinathe. The issue worsened during the recent rainy season as floodwaters carried debris from the cut site into the homes of the affected families, causing extensive damage to their property and crops. The affected families, all residents of Nongspong B village, have been struggling with the aftermath. According to the village headman Felimon Tongper and Riton Sumer, the damages have severely disrupted daily life and even threatened their livelihoods, as many crops have either been buried or washed away. The families had previously lodged an FIR at the Pilingkata police outpost, yet no action has been taken against the earth cutting. The village authorities and affected families are now urgently seeking assistance to resolve the environmental damage and prevent further harm to their homes and farmlands. They are also demanding compensation from the landowner responsible for the reckless earth cutting. My colleague Biplav Dey joins us live at this point in time to give us all the latest. So Biplav, the last time we spoke yesterday, the situation was already pretty serious, and now it seems that the situation has gone from bad to worse, and it has affected quite a few places, and that too in a very severe manner. So give us the latest. How is the situation looking like at this point in time? Have restoration efforts started at all in what places? Give us the latest updates as far as the situation is concerned, Biplav.
In terms of the situation, it's actually become precarious. The efforts at restoring normalcy have actually really taken a backseat because of the fact that rains have continued through the past 24 hours. Even after yesterday when we spoke about 3 people actually losing their lives to the current deluge. Now, the 7 that lost their lives actually lost them on the same day as that is yesterday. But then the fact that there was no network connectivity. Okay, it could not actually be confirmed as to what exactly took place. Now, with what is happening as of now, there's the NDRF in place as well as the SDRF and local defense forces and the police and the administration, of course, which is trying its utmost to ensure things actually, return to normalcy. But given the fact that the rains have continued, I don't think it's going to be easy because at least another day will be required for things to even an assessment to take place regarding the amount of damage that has been done.
Right. Also, Biplav, but the good thing here is that Chief Minister Conrad Sangma has said that he is closely monitoring the situation. He has taken cognizance of the damages that have been incurred due to the deluge. So, can we, keeping that in mind, can we expect some form of relief and respite soon?
Yeah, that definitely will happen in some time. And one good thing that the Chief Minister has announced the fact that he's going to start collecting, he's actually going to start ensuring that these timber bridges that have been there for forever, means almost about 50 years now, okay, and these will be converted to more scientifically indispensable Bailey bridges. This thing should have been done, by previous governments as well, But the fact that this initiative is now taking place is a major positive. And the places that have been impacted are actually areas that are really underdeveloped. Okay, underdeveloped to the extent that even travel from one place to another takes ages, even in this era. So that one thing, if the government can ensure happens, will change the entire scenario that is maybe with tragedy comes some positives. This is one positive that we can actually bring out from the whole thing. The government's been proactive in terms of ensuring that people are there. There are people on the ground ensuring things are actually taken forward and relief is being provided. But just looking at the ground level, it's going to be very difficult to immediately take things into account because of the fact that connectivity is a major problem in this area.
Absolutely, absolutely. But however, given the fact that the Chief Minister is indeed aware of the prevailing situation, let's hope that there is some respite for the affected people as soon as possible. For now, Biplab De, thank you very much for all those details.
Evening Prime, every day at 7 p.m.
প্ৰতিগৰাকী মাকৰ এটাই প্ৰিয় বস্তু খাদ্য কৰি তোলে পূৰ্ণৰূপে সুস্বাদু সোৱাদেৰে পূৰ্ণ কিন্তু স্বাস্থ্যকৰ পেট ভৰাই খোৱা খাদ্য মাৰ আশীৰ্বাদৰ প্ৰতিগৰাকী মা কৰে ভৰসা মাতৃ স্নেহেৰে ভৰা পতঞ্জলি বিশুদ্ধ গৰু গাখীৰৰ ঘিউ
বাটাকৰ নতুন গোলমাল
স্যাৰ আলু পৰঠাত মাখন